Hey, what's up, guys? Cody Saintgnue here, Brett Talbot from MTV's Teen Wolf. You are watching Advocate Spotlight. Here we go.
You have such an incredible personal story. It's both heartbreaking and inspiring. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the obstacles that you had to overcome as a young person?
My mom, she was an escort, and she was addicted to drugs, and so was my dad. I missed a lot of school. There was just a lot of neglect, and so that's what led me to be put in children's services, and started a very interesting journey.
Now, but you got adopted at a very young age. You had someone who took an interest in you and took you on and brought you into their family. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, Mom. Yeah, it was. I'm very lucky. This woman, Brenda Rose, my mom, she took me in, and she completely changed my whole life.
One of the other things that completely changed your life was acting.
Yeah.
You came into acting at a very young age, 9 years old, and that helped you cope with some things in some unexpected ways. When did you begin to realize that acting was having a positive effect on your life?
I was a very inward kid. I was very scared. I had, just a lot of fears of just with people, because my prior experiences with people that I had known hadn't been so good. And so acting forced me to step outside of my shell and get comfortable speaking in front of people and helping me cope and face that stuff.
Given what you went through and the obstacles that you've had to overcome, it would be really easy to stay in a negative, bitter space. But you have made it your mission in life to flip the script and channel that energy into making a difference for others. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the charity work that you've done and your personal philosophy and how you practice it in your life?
Project LA Rehab. And what that involves is with homeless children and getting them off the streets and giving them a facility that, no matter what they've done or what they feel they might do, we see the potential in them even when they don't see it. And we bring that to the surface and have them own that so they can start productive lives.
And now you're beginning to be an icon and an influencer for young LGBT kids.
Yeah.
By playing a bisexual Buddhist werewolf.
You got it!
On TV.
Yeah, totally.
So a bisexual Buddhist werewolf.
Right.
Talk to me about how it felt when you learned that was the character you were going to be playing.
Yeah, no, it's really cool because, bisexual characters can be considered people don't know what to do with them because they don't know what you are. And so I think it's cool to break labels and get people more familiar with what that is. And then also I think just being an influencer, Brett on the show is considered a cool, edgy, sexy character. And so it's nice to add this interesting layer because it's, people can have a stigma of what they think gay, straight, lesbian, everything is. And yeah, he's bisexual and he's a Buddhist. So it's just kind of it's opening people's minds to what's out there, and I think that's really cool.
We haven't had the chance to see your character explore his sexuality very much on the show so far, but have you already had the chance to hear from young kids telling you how important it is to them to see a character like yours on television?
Absolutely, and that's, I think the cool thing about social media and stuff is you get a direct contact with your fans and people that want to keep up with you, and it gives them permission to trial and error and let them know that you may not know what you are yet, and that's okay. You might like this, you might like that, you might like this and that. It doesn't matter because there's someone on TV that you look up to that's doing it. So it's giving them the permission, and it's very rewarding. And Jeff Davis is always trying to break labels. I think it's cool. I'm happy to be a part of that.
Now, I'm sure this is something you were aware of before you even came to the show. Teen Wolf has a very passionate fan base.
Yeah.
Very passionate. And they adore the LGBT characters that are on the show. They've also been very vocal about wanting to see those characters get a lot more screen time.
Yeah, they have.
Now, without giving anything away, can you tell us, will we get to see your character develop in some meaningful ways this season?
I think it'd be cool for sure for the people to get to know Brett on a more personal level, whether it's his sexuality part, his relationships with Liam, his friends, the relationship with his pack, his past. People he talked about in the last season that his family died in a fire. So could be talking about that more this season. Could not. Maybe season 6. Who knows?
So that's not a confirmation or a denial that you're going to be in season 6.
I know nothing.
I know you can't give any spoilers, But if you could have your dream storyline and see your character have a romantic relationship with any two people on the show, one guy, one girl, who would it be and why?
Oh man. I could see me and Brett and Mason, because it kind of reminds me of the Derek Styles thing. So it could be like the long lost chapter of the Steric campaign.
Yes.
So maybe that would, help some of maybe the fans would like that. And for the girl, it could be, I have no idea. The relationships on Teen Wolf are very complicated. Everyone's always breaking up with someone. Something's always happening. Someone got eaten.